What's up, peeps? It's your boy, Patrick, the awesome dude, and welcome back to Patrick Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to install Windows NT 4.0. So we make sure we have that. And make sure we go for Windows NT Workstations 4.0 Service Pack 1. Yeah, so we'll just go for Windows NT 4.0 for the name at the moment. We'll just go through this. We don't need to do all that. We could just jump into the setup, guns ablaze. And then we shall begin the Windows NT 4.0 setup. Yeah, the setup is just taking a while to load, so we just give it a few minutes. Yeah, also during this tutorial, also one more thing I forgot to mention, if you want to not get saying like it's not supported, just just download the VMWare from the error, go to VMware Workstation, and then go into if I can find it, yeah, and then throw it in there. And you might as well just do the same for PreVista. If I can find WinPreVista. Yeah, but no time for that now, since we need to get on with an installation. So, press enter to continue, and then we'll press C, then page down, then F8. Then my keyboard layout is the UK, so the above list matches my computer. Then R on partition space, and then we'll format using the NTFS file system. So we'll let that format. Also, just a quick check to see if the right. Okay, it's working fine, so that's a good thing to know. So as you can see, Windows NT 4.0 is just taking its sweet time to install. Then we'll press enter to continue, then enter. Yeah, we'll just let that copy the files to our hard disk. Then we'll press enter to restart. Yeah, it's best to keep your disk in there. Yeah, we're just gonna let that install for a moment. Yeah, it's just gonna take a minute to install. The type of the file system is FAT. It says that, but do not worry, since that doesn't destroy your setup. Yeah, the type of file system is FAT. That's one thing not to worry about. So as you can see, we're back at this screen again, because that's the screen we're supposed to see before we get to the real meat of the setup. So just let that install. Oh yeah, so in we go. We are in the real meat of the setup. Yeah, we're just gonna let that copy its files over. Yeah, there we go. Then Windows NT setup. We'll just click next. Then, if you just want to go for a typical installation, just go for that. Or if you want to go for portable, go for that. Or for compact. Or if you want to unlock the true potential, go for custom. But if you since I want to unlock the true potential of Windows NT 4.0, I'm going to go for custom. Then we just type my name. As you can see, my name is, of course, Padster the Awesome Dude. And the name, I'm going to go for Windows NT4. Then we'll just click next. No, do not create an emergency repair disk. As you can see, we just need to unlock that. There we go. We're just going to give it the desktop wallpaper and different mouse pointers. As you can see, that's all the components included. And then we'll also install the games. And for the multimedia, we'll install the Jungle sound scheme, Musica sound scheme, Robot sound scheme, and of course, the Utopia sound scheme. So that's all the sound schemes installed. We'll also install Windows messaging, and we'll click next. Then we'll install the next thing it's going to do is install the networking. So yeah, it's wired to the network. We'll just start search, and the AMD network adapter should show up. And there it is. We'll just, yeah, I'm just going to leave him as is. And then we'll just click next, and next. Continue. Yes, I wish to use DHCP. Yeah, we'll click next. Yeah, next. Yeah, this thing. Yep. So I typed in Windows NT4, it won't give me that that symbols error, so I just decided to go for that. Then Greenwich Meantime, Dublin, Edinburgh, London, Lisbon. Yeah, we'll close that, and then we'll just, and we have 16 colours. We're just gonna let this install while I'm just watching this thing install. Oh yeah, and also since I'm installing the games, I get to play one of my favourite games on there. I bet you know what that game is. That's right, 3D Pinball Space Cadet. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for this to load. There we go, we've installed everything for Windows NT 4.0, so we're gonna go into settings, then this CD, and then restart the computer. I really need to sort out the partition thing to let it boot up to the default one. And also, before we can, we'll just send the Control-Alt-Delete command into the computer. Yeah, just give it its time. Now we're in NT 4.0. This is just a little step I'm adding. If you want to have the wallpaper, feel free to add it in. And also, if you just want to save time and not go to the OS loader, just go into startup, and then change show list for 0 seconds. There we go. Yep, there we go. We got it loaded into Windows NT 4.0, and here is the desktop. So we can't install VMware tools just yet because we need to install Service Pack 6. So connect your Service Pack 6 ISO into Windows NT 4.0, and then go to install Service Pack 6 and press install Service Pack 6 for Intel based systems. Then accept the license agreement and press install. Yeah, because if you try to install Windows NT 4. If you try to install VMware tools before Service Pack 6, it'll give you the setup cannot continue. It requires Service Pack 4 later, I think it says. But 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 Service Pack 6 is required to install Windows NT to install the VMware tools. And also an optional step I'm gonna add is to install Internet Explorer 5. It's not required to install Windows NT 4.0, but I'm just gonna include it as part of the installation. Okay, just let it take some time. No rush. Feeling good. We're just gonna wait. Yeah, just take your time. No rush. Oh, there we go. We got to the restart point. So we'll install. So we got Service Pack 6 installed. And of course, with the OS loader screen showing up, I gave it 0 seconds, and we already installing Windows NT, and we already load into Windows NT 4.0 really quickly. So it'll save a lot of time. Then Control Alt Delete, then click OK. Yeah, this welcome screen, I'm just gonna let this not be part of the installation. Load up the Service Pack 6 installer again, but we only need to install Internet Explorer 5. So we'll open up. So, yep, I accept the agreement. We'll install now. Okay, just waiting for the components to install. Okay, just taking its time. Yeah, it's installing Windows Media Player. Then we got it here. We'll press finish, and this and this, and the computer will restart. Next thing I'm doing now is to disconnect the CD from my CD drive, because the next step we're going to do now is to install the sound drivers. And after we install the sound drivers, we'll get to hear the beautiful Windows NT 4.0 startup and shutdown every time we boot up our computer. As you can see, we're basically on this screen again. It basically serves as the loading screen. So I don't get why they could have used the Windows NT 4.0 logo and then put like a blue bar below it to indicate the loading. Next thing we're going to do, this is going to be a usual thing. So we'll click OK. Yeah, this is then sound card for Windows NT 4.0. We'll connect that. As you can see, it's just going to set up the following items: the browsing, the internet tools, the security, and the system services. It's due to Windows NT 4.0 installing Internet Explorer 5. It's basically going to download all the essential things it needs. So there we go, we've installed NT 4.0 and it's already loading up the my computer thing. The next thing we need to do now is to install our sound drivers. Then we'll press yes, then next. Yeah, so it's just uncompressing these files. Yeah, it's best to give this a minute since the uncompression can take a while. An application error has occurred. Yeah, that's not to worry. See that error there? That's not to worry about since, yep. Yes, I want to restart my computer now. Press finish. Then, once the restart is finished, we should be hearing some sound. Okay. How far is... So we better make sure that this will install. Also, I've got to head down quickly so you could just watch the screen start up. Okay, now we're back on the Control-Alt-Delete screen. And once we get past the Control-Alt-Delete screen, you're gonna hear a very exciting surprise from the sound. Okay? There we go. We have installed the sound drivers for Windows NT 4.0. I'm going to change this to Windows NT 256 color since we need it so I can give this a better picture. We're just gonna... No, I don't need to set up an internet mail account now. I'm only just doing this for the sake of review, so... Yeah, access denied, yeah, it's due to Windows, and it's probably due to... Yeah, the next thing we need to install VMware tools. So we just need to prepare it for the installation. So yeah, so there we go. Welcome to the installation wizard for VMware tools. Yeah, we'll just go for the complete installation, then install. Yeah, so it's copying the new files. Yeah, it's just gonna register the product, removing backup files. There we go. And VMware tools installation is complete. Yes, we can start. Once we restart, you'll get a much cleaner image. So, no more of this 16-bit color. We're gonna have proper color. 256 colors of beautifulness. So we're just gonna let this install. VMware. Yep, we're in the OS loader screen. Letting OS loader not just bypassing OS Loader and putting in 0 seconds really made a difference. So I could just bypass OS Loader as much as I want. And here we are back at the send control alt delete screen. Just send that in and press OK. Let's go into full screen. It'll look better in this perspective. My god, it looks beautiful. We'll just disable the icon. Now there we go. Here we have a much better image. So next thing we need to do is to install Resource Kit. Yeah, because just like Windows 95, Windows NT 4.0 has a resource kit. So here we go. I love that sound. That startup sound never gets old, and it never will. So yes, I agree to these terms, and name Padster da awesome dude. Yeah, we'll just click OK for all of them. Setup is searching for installed components. So we're going to go for a custom / complete installation. We'll select all of them and we'll click continue. So I might need to find a way. I need to put like a key into stop recording. So yeah. I'm not sure if there's a hotkey for stop recording, but we've installed a resource kit. What I want to do is to install desktop themes to unleash its real true potential, because I love to see those desktop themes come to use. We'll select all of them. So we'll let that run. Yeah, this has different themes compared to Windows 95 Plus, but most of them are the same. Back. This is just optional, but I'm just going to install TechNet just for fun. We'll just accept it. Yeah. Then we'll just go to the client-based admin, and then we'll press finish, and then we'll just install it. And the resource kit should be fully installed. So there we go, that's installed. And there we go, we have fully installed Windows NT 4.0. Ain't that beautiful? Also, just for fun, I'm going to play 3D Pinball Space Cadet. Use 3D Pinball Space Cadet works. So that's one of the good things we have about Windows NT 4.0. We'll also go into the control panel. This is also just another optional step, but I'm just gonna do it just for the sake of this video. So if you want to go back to your normal Windows theme, just go in there and type in Windows default and then click save. And there we go. You have Windows NT 4.0 running at 256 colors. Also for this, the sounds so the actual sounds need to be, if I could find it, program files plus themes. Yeah, if I were to install it, would have been control panel, and we'll go to sounds if I can find it, then go down to start Windows, then browse for the one I'm looking for. See program files plus themes and Windows NT 4.0 start Windows, then apply. We'll just go into sounds and then there we go, we have the correct sounds for this. So we have the resource pack installed. I just want to make sure that the startup sound will be correct. Windows NT 4.0 256 color. That's the one I'm looking for. And desktop theme. We'll save this as Windows NT. We'll replace it, and there we go. Then we'll go into sounds, and we'll see that. There we go. We have the startup there. And of course, Windows default still runs the same. But I'm kind of leaning towards I'm kind of liking the other one a bit more. Much better. Or to listen to the beautiful startup sound that this Steam has to offer. I'm only rebooting the virtual machine, so you get to listen to its beautiful startup. And yeah, OS loader, that's just the way NT 4.0 is just supposed to work. So yeah, we'll let this load. we go. We're gonna go in and press OK. Then once we load in, we get to listen to its beautiful start. And that's beautiful. It's obviously beautiful, so we're just gonna so as you can see, Windows NT 4.0 is just looking as beautiful as always. We'll go back on that theme since I love that theme, and I'll also use that theme to close off the video. So guys, that was a tutorial on how to use Windows NT 4.0. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. And this is Pat the Awesome Dude signing off.